Florida seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that the gentleman from Florida, the Honorable Randy Fine, and the gentleman from Florida, the Honorable Jimmy Patronis, be permitted to take the oath of office today. Their certificates of election have not arrived, but there is no contest and no question has been raised with regard to their elections, Mr. Speaker.
Without objection, will Representatives-elect Fine and Patronis and members of the Florida delegation present themselves in the well. As all members rise and the representatives-elect, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you are about to enter, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations, you're now members of the 119th Congress. Without objection, the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Patronis, is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's an honor here to be representing the men and women of Florida's 1st Congressional District. As a lifelong native of the Florida Panhandle, I'm ready to get to work to support President Trump's agenda to make America first, to protect our southern border, to make groceries affordable, strengthen our military, and provide much-needed support to our veterans. Without my family, I wouldn't be here today. So I'd like to give special thank you to my beautiful wife, Katie, my boys, Johnny and Theo, and all of the great friends and supporters who made the trip to our nation's capital. Mr. Speaker, with a Republican majority here in Congress, President Trump and the White House, we've got the opportunity of a lifetime to fix this country so our children grow up in a nation that's safe and full of opportunities. So I'm ready to get our fiscal house in order. As a former chief financial officer for the state of Florida, I oversaw the state's budget for nearly a decade. I know what it takes to make sure we have a growing economy with a stabilized budget. I've always believed that people in America spend their money better than Washington, D.C. does. In fact, I can't believe the greatness that we're saddling our children with an unbearable amounts of debt. And the president's efforts to root out fraud, waste, abuse, and is critical to restoring trust in our nation's government. For far too long, Americans have sent their hard-earned tax dollars to Washington without really feeling like they're getting anything for it. Frankly, Washington's been indifferent to the needs of families throughout this country, and we've got an opportunity to fix a lifetime of issues for the better. Like I've said, I'm a workhorse, not a show horse. I'm ready to get to work, my colleagues in this country, together to get this country out of the ditch and returning it to greatness. May God bless America.
Without objection, the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Fine, is recognized for 1 minute.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. 35 years ago, a 16-year-old boy walked through those doors, and he marveled in this room at this temple of democracy as he watched people who gave of their lives, who gave up time with their families, who gave up their careers in order to serve their country. When I spent a year working here as a house page, I learned from so many people, 5 of whom, by the way, are still serving today, what it meant to serve America, what it meant to put the needs of the country before yourself. I want to recognize my family because when I did this opportunity, being a good Jewish boy, my family would not send me alone. My mother, my father, my sister, they moved to Washington. And my mom, who I'll talk about in a little bit, used to sit where Wendy, my father, I want to recognize them. Thank you so much for being here. My sons who are over there. But my mom used to sit up there and she used to watch me every day. And she used to tell me, Randy, that God has a plan. Now, I believe that when Donald Trump's life was saved in Butler, Pennsylvania, it was so that he could save the world. And it is an honor of a lifetime that God's plan for me is to come and help all of you implement that plan. But today is also a sad day for me, because the person I most wish could be here to watch this can't be here. I will tell you a story about my mom. She was my biggest champion. She was the one who taught me how to fight. And if you don't know me and if you haven't followed me, fighter will be the word that you know soon enough. But one day when I was 16 years old, my mother came with me. We went to the stationery store, which is still in the same place that it is today. And we went into that store, and my mom saw something that she thought that I should buy. She said, Randy, you never know when you might actually need this. Now, I bought that thing that day. I thought it was kind of crazy. And it's been sitting in my closet for 35 years. It's in that bag over there. It is a metal seal that says Member of Congress. And when I leave here and I go back to my office, it will be the first thing that I hang. Because God has a plan for us all. He has a plan for all of you. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for every member of my family. He has a plan for every person who is watching here today. And I believe that his plan in the days ahead is to do everything in our power to deliver on the promise that the voters asked us to do in November, and that is to make America great again. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.